This belongs to chemistry part, that is metallurgy. Lesson name is metallurgy, right? Belongs to chemistry. So in this, actually, it is a branch of chemistry, right? It is a branch of chemistry. Why it is given as a special branch here? Because in our daily life, you are depending on metals, right? So without metals, can you imagine your life? Suppose in the history, you have different ages, right? Like stone age, bronze age, right? Bronze age, iron age is there, iron age, like this, right? So here, simply that ancient people are just, they have know how to survive with the facilities, right? So they are trying to introduce different things, right? First of all, they don't know actually what cooking, right? They know about fire, and they don't have utensils. Firstly, they used made up of soil, pottery, right? Finally, they known about metals, so they made utensils, right? So in the civilization process, they are increasing their facilities, right? So one of the advantage is they are known about using of metals, right? So that metals made their life change completely, right? So here, metals in our regular life nowadays, we are using in a different ways. Many purposes are there. In different ways, we are using them. For example, here in the kitchen, completely you are observing everything made up of metals. Maybe it is iron, steel, copper, bronze, aluminum, etc. Right? Copper, aluminum, bronze, steel, right? Like this, you may observe different types of metals in your kitchen, right? Sometimes they may be combination also, combined form, called as alloys, right? Called as alloys. Then here, not only utensils. Suppose if you observe your vehicle's body parts, made up of metals only, at least wheels, right? Toys, right? In construction of buildings, used as doors or frames, in a windows, right? Window frames or as grills, we are using them, right? So many you are able to write, different uses you are able to write there, right? So here, what actually metal is? It is a hard material, right? And metals chemically having the properties, right? Electron losing tendency, right? And their physical properties we learned in a 8th class. What they are here: lustrous, sonority, malleability, ductility, heat conductivity, electrical conductivity, right? So these are the properties we learned in a 8th class, especially in a physical properties. Do you know chemical properties? That we learned some of them in acids, bases, and salts. In 8th class, in 9th class also you learned about chemical properties, reaction of that metals with the oxygen, right? Reaction of metals with the acids, reaction of metals with the bases, right? So many you learned, right? So that properties you learned. But here, Do you know how that metals are obtained or produced? We don't know. So now we are trying to learn about that production, manufacture, how we are obtaining that metals in this chapter. So metallurgy is a branch of chemistry, right? Metallurgy is a branch of chemistry that which explain about completely how you are extracting the metals, right? How you are manufacturing or how you are producing, that principles you are learning, that dealing with this type of concepts, right? So here we already know about basic knowledge about the metals, right? They are playing an important role in our day-to-day life, right? So here simply, at least in construction, without using them, can you construct a building? So in houses, in your social, you learned different types of house, permanent and temporary shelters. So permanent shelter building consists concrete, cement, right? Then we are using iron bars in the slab and in a build pillars, beams, right? Puttings, etc. So in them, construction purpose, we are using them, right, to strengthen your building. In vehicles, can you imagine that vehicle without metals? No, it is not as strong. If you, okay, you are able to make it, right, but its strength is very weak. It cannot pull the heavy loads, unable to use them as carriers, right? So many advantages are there with the metals, right? So here in our daily life, we are using especially copper, iron, aluminum, bronze, silver, gold, right? Majority these are the metals we are using, right? So here some of them are alloys. What is an alloy? Actually, alloy is not a pure metals. It is not pure metal. What it is? It is a metal. It is a metal, right? It is a metal that which combined with others, right? Combination of metals. That is called a combination of metals. Alloys are combined form. Pure, it is not a pure metal. Metal only, but combined. So more than two or minimum two metals are combined, right? For example, you are uh, just using these words or you are hearing regularly 24 carats and 22 carats gold, right? So this said about purity of gold. It is to know about the purity of gold. So 24 carats is pure gold, 22 carats is alloy, right? Mixed with the other metal, that is especially copper. That is especially copper, right? So these type of differences are there, right? So these we are learning in this chapter, right? So now try to answer these questions which are given in your textbook. Once look at these questions, right? For example, here the first question is asked like this. It is about can you mention some articles are made up of metals? Yes, we are able to mention, right? Here, what they are, especially here, utensils, right? Utensils, vehicle body parts, doors, right? Machinery parts, right? Iron bars. So many are there. If you start writing individually, maybe your list not enough, right? Then here Do metals exist in nature in the same form as that we use in our daily life? No, they are not existing as you are using here. We can say no, because here actually the metals are obtained from the soil, right? Here, suppose if you store metals in the soil, after many years, can you get it back? No, it can be converted into soil again. So you are obtaining from the soil, then again it can be converted into soil. So actually you are obtaining that chemically, separating the metals from the soil using the chemical processes, so you are not able to get that as you are using in your daily life, right? Actually you are obtaining in the mineral form, as minerals you are obtaining the metals that you are heating, separating something, right? Pure and impure, like that you are obtaining the metals. Then here, have you heard words like ore, mineral, and metallurgy? Right? Maybe you are not here about the metallurgy, but you may hear about ore and mineral. So mineral in your foods you may hear, or food, or components of food in that lessons, or maybe in your biology, especially about your food items, right? So in that your body required some minerals, right? So that mineral and what you are discussing, this mineral same? No, they are different. Actually this mineral is what combined with the food, right? What about this mineral obtained or separated from the soil? Both are different. So what about ore? Maybe you learned about that ore in your social, especially you may hear in your subject social, right? So this ore, especially you are discussing about the minerals, metals, what mining. In that cases you may discuss about this ore, right? So what is the meaning of ore here? It is soil only, but it contains minerals large in percentage. The soil which is available large percentage of minerals, right? Actually we have a definition that will be given you later. Then here simply how the metals are obtained, the process, do you know, right? So simply metals are obtained by the chemical and physical processes, right? So that principles are there, how to obtain, that we are dealing, called as metallurgy, right? So simply you need to understand about metallurgy, right? So in this chapter, simply we are discussing the concepts which are related to this branch of chemistry called metallurgy, right? The branch of chemistry that which deals about the extraction of metals and the processes involved in that extraction, right? So that we can call it as metallurgy, right? So simply it is dealing with the metals, right? Obtaining processes what we are using in our daily life, that metals obtaining process we are discussing in this chapter, right? So that branch is called here metallurgy. That branch is called here metallurgy. So metallurgy is a branch of chemistry, right? The process of extraction of metals from their ores. Metallurgy is what? It is a process of extraction of metals, right? From which you are extracting from a substance, right? That which consists of more percentage of minerals. That is called here ore. So how you are separating the metal from its ore called as metallurgy, right? That process is called as metallurgy. So metallurgy is the process of extraction of metals from their ores, right? So in the human history, the terms related to materials, right? So they are given here: Bronze Age, Iron Age, right? So here particularly why they mention, because the ancient people, right, they lived in the forests. They don't know how to build their own houses, right? Pakka, that means permanent houses, right? So when they introduced by these minerals, metals, right? In the Bronze Age, they used a bronze. In the Iron Age, they used a iron. After that, they discovered, right? So bronze is an alloy of copper, iron, and tin. Sorry, copper and tin. Bronze is an alloy of copper and tin, right? So here, iron. They know iron, how to produce. So here, in a periodic table, we learned about the different elements. In that also, particularly, you have one point. That is what here, simply about availability of elements. Out of 118 elements, 75% of elements are metals. 75% of available elements are metals. Then remaining are gases, solids, etc. Right? So we have importance to the metals, right? There are some of them we are using in the mineral form, some of them we are using in the metal form of metals. So we need to understand about these two terms first. What is a metal? What is a mineral? Right? So here, simply, metals are hard substances having what strong bond between that hard material, because of strong bond between the molecules, that which you learned in your 9th class matter around us, right? Intermolecular space is very less, and they have strong attraction force between the particles, right? So that we can call it as here metals especially. Then we have some properties to classify them. That hard substances, every hard substance is not called as a metal. They have properties physically, what they are: lustrous, sonority, malleability, ductility. They can conduct a heat, they can conduct electricity, like this. And we have chemical properties also. So based on these only, that hard substances which are said to be in solid form called as metals, right? Then what about this mineral, right? Mineral which is available in the soil, which is available in the soil. So that here we can call it as mineral. So large percentage of one atom particularly available in the soil, right? That which we call as metal, which we call as metal. So that is obtained especially in your soil. They are called as here mineral, right? So that we need to know about here. So simply, occurrence of metals in nature, not directly at metals, they are available in the form of minerals. They are available in the form of minerals. So the major source of metals, the major source of metal or Earth's crust. So you learned about the different layers of Earth, like core, mantle, and crust, right? So here, the uppermost layer is called as Earth crust, right? In this, you are having the minerals, right? So that's why this crust is said to be the source of metals. source of metals. The second most important source is seawater, right? It is having many metals in the form of salts, especially in the form of salts, in the form of salt. So here, simply soluble salts available in the seawater is sodium chloride, magnesium chloride, aluminum chloride, copper chloride, calcium chloride. Many are there in the form of carbonates, sulfates, right? So many metals are, that means minerals are available in the form of salts. So that salts are so major source for metals, right? These salts are obtained from the seawater. Salts are obtained from the seawater. Salt means not only your common salt, any chemical substance in solid form called as salt, right? So that we can use as a source for the metal, right? So here you need to remember these sources here. What they are here? Earth crust and sea water. These are sources for the metals, right? Then here, simply look at here. What are the metals we are using in our daily life? They are here gold, silver, copper, right? Here, what the difference is comparing with the other metals like iron, bronze, aluminum, right, etc. So here, simply if you compare these metals with other, this is silver, gold, right, copper, right, these are available in its free state, right? Free state means they are not combined with the others. They are not combined with the others. So these are the metals which are available in its free state, right, in the soil. Not directly as metals, they are available as minerals which are not combined with the others. So they cannot give you much salts, right? So salts, for example, if you take iron, it is available in the form of Fe2O3, Fe3O4, right? FeSO4, right? FeS, right? FeCl2, right? So like these, they are available. See here, many forms, right? Many forms you have. But comparing that with iron, this Rm or silver, copper, not available in all these forms. They are available maybe one or two forms. It is also very less chances, right? So here they are said to be available in its free state, right? Then other metals are here available, but in its combined form. In its combined form, they are not available as you are observing here, right? They are available in combined form, right? So what the difference is here? Why they are some of them available in its free state? Why they are not available in its free state? This is because of reactivity. That is because of reactivity. So what is reactivity? Combining with other or participating in the chemical change with other substances. So that we can call it as here reactivity. So that reactivity of metals are not same. Reactivity of metals are not same. That reactivity, combining capacity of an atom with the other will be decided based on the hydrogen. So here that reactivity just is above hydrogen, they are said to be highly reactive. If they are less than hydrogen, they are said to be here least reactive. In between them called as moderate, right? So here just very close to hydrogen, above or below, there comes in this category. So reactivity series you are able to make, or you are able to build that elements in an order, right? So it may be in increasing order or maybe in decreasing order. So always the reactivity series is given in a reactivity decreasing order. Reactivity decreasing order. So high to low. High to low. So the metals are arranged in the order of decreasing of their reactivity. That we can call it as reactivity series. Right? Arranging the metals in the decreasing order of their reactivity. So highly reactive elements to less reactive elements, least reactive elements. So that we can call it as here reactivity series. So from this you are able to say some of them are combining with many substances because they are highly reactive. Some of them with few only. Some of them available in its free state because they are very least in reactive. For example, in the metals we learned some of the atoms are not reacting with the others. For example, inert gases, right? They are available in its free state. So like that, here which are least reactive in a metals, right? They are available in its free form, right? Aurum, argentinum, right? Platinum, right? One more is copper, like this. They are here called as the least reactive. Okay, so they are available in free state. Actually here, whatever it may be metal you are obtaining, that is available in the mineral form. They are available in the mineral form. The elements are the compounds, right? Minerals are what? Elements are the compounds, right? Of the metals which occur in nature, especially in earth crust, soil, in the soil, right? What you can find in the soil, that may be element or maybe the compound, right? That is called as here mineral. So underline this one. The elements or the compounds of the metals which occur in nature in the earth crust are called as here minerals, right? So here that minerals are available in a large in percentage or maybe less in percentage, right? Suppose if you are playing with a magnet in the soil, can you collect any substance with the magnet when you play in the soil? Yes, we can obtain with a substance that which stuck with the magnet. Yes, so this powder you are obtained from the soil is called here simply mineral, right? That are called here iron fillings. What that material you are collected? Iron fillings, right? It is nothing but mineral. So like that, you are able to collect many substances from the soil here that you are able to separate called mineral, right? So that mineral, if it is available large in percentage, large percentage in a soil, right? So that is only here called as mineral, not all, right? Mineral, it is simply contain very high amount percentage of particular metal, right? So that we can call it as mineral here. Less percentage also mineral, but we cannot consider that. So that which soil contain large percentage of mineral called ore. Everywhere that mineral is available in the soil, but we cannot treat them as ore for the separation. So ore is a substance which consists high percentage of mineral in it. So we are having large percentage of minerals. Your sources or maybe your currency, that means economically, right? So that can be saved here to separate them, right? So no need of waste of time, no need of waste of money, no need of waste of energy. So that substance you require here. So large percentage of mineral available in a particular soil, where you are able to find this, that substance only called as here ore. Suppose in your ground also you have soil, that soil is not called as ore, because in that less percentage of particular mineral is available. Maybe it consists of large varieties of minerals, but it consists that mineral percentage is less, right? So that's why you are not calling that ice here ore, which consists large in percentage. So that is only called as here mineral. Suppose here about aluminium is given. Aluminium is the most abundant metal in the layer of earth crust, right? The highest percentage of mineral available in the soil earth crust is aluminium, right? Metal is aluminium, non-metal is oxygen, right? The most abundant mineral is aluminium, and the non-metal gas is oxygen. Remember that. So here, however, it doesn't mean earth crust soil is considered to be ore of aluminium. So many forms are available by the aluminium in the earth crust, right? So here it is available in the form of oxides, it is available in the form of chlorides, etc. Right? So here everything is not considered to be an ore. Which is considered to be ore here? That economically which feasible to extract, right? So that called as here mineral. So instead of that, simply the ore of aluminium is considered to be bauxite, because here we have saving our time, we have saving our energy sources, we are saving our money, like this. So profitable to extract using that substance, it is profitable to extract. So that we can call it as here ore. So here bauxite containing nearly 50 to 70% of aluminium. So that's why that bauxite only considered ice here ore of the aluminium, right? So this is about simply mineral and ore. Mineral and ore. So simply you have the difference between mineral and ore. So every substance is not considered to be a mineral, right? So this is today's class. I'm not going to request you to join again. So enough today, because festival. Tomorrow we'll join at same time. Okay, just concentrate on that question papers. Try to download today only. See them. 5 papers are given you. Within these 2-3 days, just complete them. After 2-3 days, I will give you remaining papers. 6th lesson, 7th lesson, 9th and 11th. Right? So thank you for joining. We'll meet tomorrow at same time.